This is going to be a bit of a controversial take on some of the decisions that parents make on behalf of their children, especially when it comes to things like academics versus sports or band or things like that. I think we as parents do a little too much insulation from consequences for our children. And I understand this as a parent myself. I don't want my children to feel the same pain that maybe I had to feel in their situation. Parents, how do you feel about holding your kid out of practice because they have a test the next day? Or maybe because they have a lot of homework to complete? Let me give you a couple of takes on this as both a coach and a former high school band director. Now, as a band director, I saw this a lot because people were always more comfortable asking this of me. Can I miss band practice to do homework, to study for a test? They knew that if they asked their coach at high school level, they might ride the bench in the next game. Let's say you have a big test tomorrow, big project due tomorrow. Is today the first day that you're hearing about it? Are you going to study for the entire time during the practice, before the practice, and after the practice? As the band director, that I was always the one that was asked, but the coaches never were. Kid would go to their sports practice after school and then want to miss band that night. If you are needing to miss something the night before in order to prepare for something, you likely did not put in the work up to that point in order to prepare. So we're setting up bad habits as parents if we take this path. Now, does that mean it's the wrong call? No. Every family, every parent is different. Sometimes we need to make that call as parents as to where our kids need to be, whether it's studying for the test or whatever it is. But I can tell you from the perspective of the teacher, we're going to think that you waited till the last minute. We as coaches, directors, teachers have to make plans ourselves. We have to plan our events, our practices. And when something changes last minute, that changes the way that we have to plan. From our perspective, it seems like poor planning is now becoming our problem. So here's my compromise for parents that feel the need to take this step. I don't care how old your kid is, your kid needs to be the one to make the ask. Send the email as the parent, say Johnny's going to come talk to you. He's got a big test tomorrow. He's going to ask if he can miss practice tomorrow. Answer still might be no, but I think then you're teaching your kid a different kind of lesson because you're not insulating them from the consequences of perhaps some poor planning. Now listen, if I'm comparing coaching a sport to teaching band, there's no comparison. I believe it's far easier to run a sports practice with kids missing than it is to run a band practice. Obviously, the role matters in certain sports, but I think if our goal is to help our children to manage themselves as adults, we should look for opportunities to start that as soon as we can.